Hello and welcome to Bad at Board Games. My name's Brad Lake and I'm bad at board games, so you don't have to be. Today I'm going to be talking about the Kickstarter that's got all the buzz, Slay the Spire. Is this for you? Is it for me? Stick around to the end and find out if I back this or not. So let's get right into it and look at the Kickstarter homepage. We are up to $2,640,000 with 9 days to go. This thing is screaming. This has got everybody who loves the video game, the solo video game, just going after this with both barrels, it looks like. So, what do we have? So, if you have a chance to watch it, I would recommend Board Game Co's playthrough. I'll put a link in it down below. You can kind of get a feel for, does it play like Slay the Spire? And in all accounts, yes, it does. Now, the caveat everybody needs to be realizing with the FOMO that's all going on with this game is, are you a Slay the Spire fan? Have you played it? And do you want it for a solo experience? Do you want it just to be able to play some multiplayer? And then if you're going to play the multiplayer, how are those 4 different factions or heroes that you are going to help? Or is it just going to be 4 people playing a solitaire game as you're playing? So, and then the fiddliness of it. We look here, 90 minutes, 14 plus. That's always negotiable. You've got your tower that you're building. You're going up and fighting or picking your different pathways to get to the final boss and win the battle. We've got, let's see, $100 for this. So that's my first caveat. It's expensive for a card game. So this isn't Dominion. This isn't a lot of those things. You're basically having to lay out and manage a bunch of cards and then pull out your chits and your pieces and kind of go through this for $100. That's a lot. That's a lot for a card game. It really is a lot for a card game. Now, you're getting 730 cards and you're getting sleeves already. They're I guess forcing you to buy the sleeves, even if you would want something a little bit cheaper than that. That might take $20 off the price. So I kind of have a hard time with that. Let's see. We've got the collector's pledge, which has got the game mats. So if you do like game mats, and I do, but I do like the ones that fit in the boxes, a la Oath and was it Cosmic Frog? They both fit in the boxes. These are supposed to fit in the boxes. So if this is something you're interested in, then take that into account. You can actually get some of the silicone game mats that will fit in the box, and you won't have to have some kind of crazy storage for that. And then we've got a $145 collector pledge. So the collector pledge is the one that comes with the mats. And I think they have some foil cards, which in this case, because of the price, maybe it just should. I kind of like foil cards, but I don't like foil cards at $100 price. Then we've got this all-in, which is $210. And let's see. We've got a bigger table mat of Slay the Spire. You've got a beta art and 360 cards, extra copy of cards from the board game using beta art from the video game. Is that worth the extra money? Essentially, you're getting a play mat that you may or may not use for your table with nice graphics on it and some cards you may or may not use for an extra, wow, $60, $65. That seems like a lot. That seems like a lot. So we have the Slayers, we got the Ironclad, we got the Silent, we have the Defect, we have the Watcher, your typical Slay the Spire video game Slayers, and then you've got some upgrade cards, and they've got how to plays, right? So Good Time Society has one how to play, but I still kind of recommend, I watched through to see if I was going to be interested in this Board Game Go's solo playthrough, because I personally see this more as a solo game, which kind of has me like, for the money. Is this something I'm really going to be looking at? And then, you know, Brothers Murph, Quackalope tries to put his spin on it, which is trying to be a little bit different. And then, you know, they're basically showing you foil and some extra bosses and cards for their unlocking goals thing. We've got shipping in the US. It looks like $14 to $24, depending on if you get the all-in table mat. So then that brings the price up a little bit. So you're about 10% of the price of what you're buying is going to go be an additional shipping cost. And I believe this is going to come to retail. So let's say my value rating, I'm going to do that first, and I'll tell you if I back this or not. Value without reward, $10. There's a value of 1. You're just giving them some money, helping them out. If you want to follow it, that might be what I would recommend, just to see what's going on. You might be able to pledge it later if you're so inclined. The $100, I don't think for a card game this is worth $100. This is really about, do you like the video game enough that you now want a board game experience? So for me, for the casual gamer that isn't like in love with Slay the Spire, this is a value of a 2 out of 5. So, you know, if this were, you know, what I would expect to be a decent deal, I would rather see this in the $60 range for a card game. And that's what it is. It's a card game that is really, really, really expensive. So I'm going to give the $100 pledge a 2 out of 5. I'm going to give the $145 pledge, I'm going to give it a 1.5. And then I'm going to give this 210 a 1. So why would you want to back this? Same reason I backed Return to Dark Tower. You have a love for this game, a love for this genre. You want a re-implementation of the video game in a board game that you can kind of sit around and play with a few other people. Now, if that's not what you're interested in, if you're looking for something like, you know, if you're not Slay the Spire fanboy or fangirl, the FOMO, step away from this FOMO. This shouldn't be your go-to. Like, this is gonna hit, and it's gonna have a lot of splash right now. And when this thing comes to market, you're not gonna see it on the top 100 BGG. You know, it's not that kind of thing. You want to go get it for $30 or less. It's on Microsoft Xbox subscription. If you have the Xbox subscription, you can go play Slay the Spire right now for free. You don't even have to buy it. So for those that have that, check it out. Try it that way. You can actually play the video game right now for free. So and it takes care of all the fiddliness. Like, you're going to have to, if you look at all these cards, watch them you have to lay all these cards out. You're going to have to rearrange all these cards. You're going to have to like put them out and everything. Like, being able to play this quickly versus the video game, like, you lose in video game, you reset and you go. You lose in this one, you're going to have to like reshuffle those cards, get everything reset, and then go back out. To me, this has Fiddley written all over it. It's not like you have one stack of cards and you're just sitting there going through it. I play Marvel Champions a lot, and I wouldn't want this many cards to have to deal with in one game. At least I have a pack that I've already created, and then I've got a boss, and I grab that boss, and I grab a couple other side scheme scenario things, and then I shuffle them and I play. The setup in this seems ridiculous to me. It just really does. Now, you know, they haven't sent me the game. You're getting this second nature from me, and I'm just giving you my thoughts on this. Don't get sucked into the FOMO unless you are completely into this video game and you want a board game experience. It's my 2 cents. So what are you going to do? Are you backing this? I am not. So I guess the final one is, I'm not backing this. I'm not going to back this. I probably won't ever buy this. This is not something that interests me. So maybe I can kind of like talk you off the ledge. I think this will go to retail. if you want to pick this up cheaper, or if as a bunch of people buy this and they sell it on the secondhand market, I don't think this is going to keep its value. I could be wrong, but don't buy video games. Don't buy board games for value. They all go down. It's the very rare resellers that are able to like turn profits on this. So if you're buying board games as an investment, don't. I know we like to say that, but like I looked at Dinosaur World. I bought that. I liked that game quite a bit. I think it's like $100 or close. I can't remember what I paid for it. I need to go look it up. Right now it's selling for like $39. $39. I like the game. It didn't do great. So if this doesn't do well, and break the charts and top 100, this is going to be worth nothing. And you paid $100 for it. So is it worth your money right now to get this in a year, or is it worth buying something else? Which I would say, go check out Toph's top solo games. His number one, I think, is similar to this, and you can get it at Target for like $20. So go see what that is and let me know what you think. Because to me, this is like just climbing the tower and fighting bosses, and I don't know. There's a lot of other games that do that too, but they don't have the IP. They don't have the video game around it's got everybody excited about it. So comment down below. Let me know what you think. Am I just completely wrong and this is the best thing you've ever seen? Or do you think I'm right? No matter how you're playing though, if you're playing solo, with family or friends, enjoy what you're bringing to the table. Have a great night.